Let's go live back to New York. Our political editor, Andrew Clennell, is there for us. You've got some movement?
Yeah, Anthony Albanese's met Donald Trump, Laura. I can reveal that exclusively on Sky News, that Anthony Albanese has had a chat to Donald Trump at this reception. We showed you where it was earlier. You can see Donald Trump's motorcade there. They look like they're preparing to leave here at the Lot New York Palace. But what I can reveal from senior Australian government sources is that they have had their first meeting. Not sure how brief it was. I'll try and find out something more for you, but just wanted to get on air with you as soon as I heard the news, Laura, that Anthony Albanese and Donald Trump have actually met before they meet properly at the White House next month.
Wow, so no other details yet, but obviously the Prime Minister's office has wanted us to know and wanted you to know that they actually have had that brief encounter there. So there'll no details, Andrew, of how long, whether there was a handshake.
I will say it wasn't... It wasn't his office, but look, put it this way, I did request that I be told when it occurred, and I have established that.
Oh, good. Okay, sorry. I don't like to assume anything, but obviously this would be a big... assume anything about sources, I should say, Andrew. Obviously this would be a bit of a relief for the PM as well. We'd had Arthur Sinodinos on before talking about his need to use his Marrickville charm. I'm not quite sure what that is, but perhaps he turned it on.
I think that's right. And look, I think Anthony Albanese's of the view he does relationships well. He has done so far on the world stage. He has done with his colleagues, and that he will be able to do that. And, yeah, I think there was massive doubt that he'd have a handshake or have a chat to Donald Trump tonight. There are 100 world leaders here. You know, Donald Trump, they're sort of warming up the cars now for him to leave. He's been here for an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, so, you know, you've got to talk about speed dating. And this was always the concern, especially once they didn't get the puller side here. But now they've got the White House meeting confirmed. It feels like, yeah, I think the word relief would be right, though, right? It's not a great look back at home. And if you think about his most challenging issue since he won a landslide sort of election result, it is that he hadn't met Trump yet. And Australians were thinking, well, hang on, the US is pretty important to us from a security point of view. What's going on here? But I know that in one of the phone calls, the phone call after the election victory, Trump was really impressed by Albo's big win. He likes a winner. And from everything you hear, and certainly from the Prime Minister's reports, it's been cordial phone calls. Now they've had a chat, and we look forward to the formal meeting in a month's time.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's going to have to find a way to remind Trump that he's a big winner, and he's likely going to be there after the next election as well. Trump will certainly like to be reminded of that. Just quickly before I let you go, Andrew, I spoke to Brent Buchanan again, that pollster who went a little bit viral last time by talking about Kevin Rudd. I asked him if that was still the case. He said, well, yeah. Trump has a very long memory. He would know that. And I asked him about the Oval Office, whether he thinks Rudd should be there and whether that would be welcomed by Trump and the White House. And his response was that, well, Trump would much rather deal with people that he likes and that he know like him and haven't said awful things about him in the past. So surely that's some food for thought for Albanese and his team, right?
Yeah, and look, I mean, to be fair to the Prime Minister, when he was asked that, he was caught on the hop a bit, so he sort of said something like, oh, I assume so, that's sort of normally the way, but I don't think it's set in stone, that's what I'm trying to say. So if they give the hint, you know, can you just come by yourself, not bring the ambo? Could happen, right? I would have thought that's a better way to do it myself.
Not bring the ambo.
Especially when he's a former PM.
Exactly. We also pondered what you might give President Trump in the Oval Office. That is a really difficult one. Arthur Sinodinos.
Okay, I've got some more. Laura.
Please, take it away.
Laura, sorry, I've got some more. Yeah, so we're being told more by sources, not much more, but the Prime Minister tonight spoke with President Trump where they had a good conversation about their forthcoming meeting. And, yeah, I think the Prime Minister's office is trying to get a photo now from the White House because we only saw White House kind of official media go in. It wasn't even Australian government media going. There were no staff allowed at this function. It was leaders only, yeah.